In question number 5, we are going to find the least number which must be added to each of these following number so as to get perfect square. So these are the numbers. Each of this is not a perfect square and we have to find the smallest number that must be added so that we can get a perfect square number. Also, we have to find the square root of the perfect square so obtained. So here what we will do in each case, we will find those two consecutive perfect squares between which the given number lies. For example, let's take the number 30. The largest perfect square is smaller than 30 is 5 square, because 5 square is 25, which is less than 30. And the smallest perfect square which is larger than 30 is 6 square, because 6 square is 36, which is larger than 30. So 30 lies between the consecutive perfect squares 5 square and 6 square. This helps you to easily find the smallest number that you can add to 30 to turn it into a perfect square. Just find the difference between 30 and the perfect square that comes right to 30, that is 6 square or 36, and the difference is 6, right? And now to the number 30, if you will add 6, you'll get 36, which is a perfect square. So this is the strategy we are going to apply to each of these given numbers, and we will use the division method for this purpose. So let's see carefully and understand the concept what we are using to solve this question. So let's start with part 1, that is 525, right? We will use division method to find square root of this number. Starting from right to left, we will do same as we are doing. Next, we are going to find the largest possible number which should be less than or equal to 5. So if you will take 1 square is 1 only, which is not around 5. So now let's take 2. 2 square is 4, which is less than 5. Now let's check 3. 3 square is 9, which is greater than 5. So that's why we have to take 2 as our new divisor. 2 times 2 gives you 4, and on doing subtraction we will get 1 over here. Now in next step we are going to bring this pair down to get our new dividend as 125. To find our new divisor, first of all we have to twice this number, or 2 plus 2, that is 4. And for this place we are going to find the largest possible number, which will be written over here also, such that the product of this part and this part should be less than or at least equal to 125. So largest possible digit is 2, because 42 into 2 is 84. And if you had taken the next largest digit, that is 3, so 43 times 3 gives you 129, which is larger than 125. That's why we have taken 2. Now on doing subtraction you will get 41 as our remainder. As we have no more digit in our original number, so the process stops here. We have obtained the quotient of 22 and the remainder of 41. What it means? It means that the largest number whose square is less than 525 is 22, that is our quotient. So the largest number whose square is less than 525 is 22, and hence the smallest number whose square is greater than 525 is 23. In other words, the number 525 this lies between square of 22 and square of 23. So 525 lies between these two consecutive perfect squares, and hence the smallest number that we can add to 525 to get a perfect square is the difference between 23 square and the number 525. So let's calculate the difference between these two numbers. So 23 square is, if we will find, so it's 529. So the difference between 23 square and 525 is 4. It means that 4 is the least number which must be added to 525 to make it the square of 23, right? So 525 plus 4 will gives you 529, which is the square of 23, and we can say that yes, square root of the perfect square so obtained is 23. 4 is the least number and 23 is the square root, and in this way we will solve this type of questions. I hope so you have understood. We will learn more in our next class. Till then, take care and thank you.